to the vessel, here with the one, the only, Kels.
Yo, what's up guys? What's going on?
Honestly, if it was a little warmer, it would be nicer, but it's still cool to see this before I leave New York.
It's definitely one of a kind. And it's so sad that I won't be able to share with my friend Melanie anymore. Tears.
Get to making with jive, boy, big shot. When it hits you, yes, yes, you shot.
We made it to the top, as you can see. Such a beautiful place here. This is stop one on my New York City bucket list. I'm trying to do all these things before I leave New York. The vessel, Brooklyn Bridge, top of the Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, all the tourist attractions. This is actually my first time coming here. What's your favorite New York City tourist attraction?
Go to Madison Square Garden, for sure. I guess I'm a little bit biased because I work there, but I appreciate, you know, history. They say it's the world's most famous arena, and hands down, I believe it is. Go there, check it out. It has so much history. If you're a fan of basketball, if you're a fan of hockey, if you're a fan of, you know, live music, so many concerts I've been a part of, from Justin Timberlake to Fish. It's amazing.
So on the way here, I was walking by Madison Square Garden and I realized I've never actually been to a show there. But I did hear that some people get the nosebleed seats and it's too far away to actually see the people, yeah. So it might not even be worth it unless you have good seats, right?
Yeah. I would say that, you know what, there's no bad seat in Madison Square Garden. Now I can't say that for other arenas like Barclays, I'm not shouting nobody out, but I would say that MSG is very comfortable. Even if you are high up, it doesn't feel so steep.
True. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and the Jumbotron is humongous too.
There's someone living the dream.
Yes, you shall. When it hits you, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, you holler. Yes. 1, 2, 3.
My last week in New York, I'm doing all the tourist attractions. So the other day I was at the vessel, which is down there. Today I came back to this area. I had to run some errands and I came by Macy's, so iconic. And Empire State Building. Basically my whole journey is going to all the best Instagram spots. Vessel, checked off the list. Stop number 2 on today's tour is the Flatiron building.
When it hits you, yes,
made it to the Flatiron, which unfortunately it looks like they're doing work, so you can't even really get the full effect, but it's there. Yeah, it's a really nice little central square to just sit and people watch. And there's Empire State Building on one side. You can just sit in the middle. I was just walking by here and I realized this is Madison Square Park, and fun fact, this is actually where you can see Shake Shack is behind me. This is actually where Shake Shack started. The very first one started as a little hot dog stand in this park and then grew to what it is today, and now there's still a Shake Shack there. When I think of stories like that, it is so inspirational to me to think anyone can start something. Like, just start something small and you never know what it might grow into someday. To get to this next New York City iconic photo spot, I have to walk east, and then on the way back I'm gonna head to Grand Central. I just had a moment. So I'm waiting on the street corner, waiting to cross the street, and this man next to me has a fruit stand, and someone's giving him the money. He has a $20 bill and he accidentally loses it because it's really windy, so it's blowing through the air, and then he's trying to catch it, and then I'm on the other side. I'm like, oh, I'm trying to help him catch the money, and we're just laughing. And it's those New York City moments that you're all together, everyone's on the sidewalk, everyone's just all doing life together, like individually, but also all together. And I realized in that moment it's this beauty that you can't get anywhere else. New York City is such a walking friendly place, and everyone's just all here mushed together, and it's such a beautiful thing. just have to crunch some fall leaves while I still can before I get to Florida, sadly, where there's no fall. This is amazing. Can't believe I've never been here before, but I've seen this on Instagram so many times. It's this beautiful, beautiful view from this perspective. I've talked about this in my videos before, but every year there's this thing called Manhattan Henge, where every year, twice a year, the sun perfectly sets between the grid of the New York City buildings. So if you came here on, it happens twice a year, usually once in May and then once in July, I think it is. And the dates vary, but you can look it up online to see what dates, but I'm sure this place is packed on that day because you get a perfect view of the buildings. The sun would set straight down like that. Such an amazing view. Next stop on the list is Grand Central Terminal. This is such a beautiful building. I've spent so much time just observing and appreciating the beauty of this place. I don't even need to come through here to travel or to take a train, but I just find myself, if I'm in this area, I will come through there and just stop and look and appreciate the beauty of it. Look at it. It's just, there's nothing else like it. Yeah, through this camera lens, it doesn't really do it justice. You have to actually come and see it in person. What is this? More construction. It looks like they're doing construction of some sort. What a shame. All my favorite iconic places are under construction. So you don't get the same full effect, but you can see on this side. Every time I come here, I'm always so blown away by the beauty in every detail of this building. It's like the chandeliers and all the details of the ceiling and just the way that every small detail is. Grand Central is honestly one of my favorite places in New York, and when I'm here, a lot of people are rushing off to get on their train, to go to work, to come home from work, to transfer to wherever they need to go to. And not enough of us stop and really appreciate the beauty that it is that we are, where we are. Like, look at these chandeliers and like the details in the ceiling. Alright, so I'm downstairs. I love this little area here. The acoustics are just so cool. The way this is designed is that if you stand right here and someone else is standing over there, and you whisper into the wall, it travels and you can hear them. Just left Grand Central, walking up. There was this diner that I used to go to in college called Scotty's Diner, and it's a few blocks away from here, and I wanted to go see it, but I typed it in and it said permanently closed, and a part of my heart just broke, but I'm gonna walk by anyway. Oh my gosh. This makes me so sad. During college, when I had all-nighters, especially, I'm thinking of it now because it's that time of year during finals, as the holidays are coming up, I would come here, or what used to be here. It was a 24-hour diner. I would come down here, bring my work, I would stay and study or write papers or do what I needed to do for school, and they would let me just sit in here for hours and hours. And the guy who worked here would just keep refilling my coffee, and I could just sit for as long as I wanted, and they had Christmas music on, and it was just such a great spot, and I can't believe it's gone because I just wanted to come one last time. But yeah, so heartbreaking. It was my favorite diner in New York. If anything, this whole experience of leaving New York has taught me is that everything is passing, things come, things go, nothing stays the same forever, and you just have to accept that, you know? This is so crazy. I was walking by here thinking like, what is this place? That looks so nice. This is the library. They completely renovated the Mid-Manhattan New York City Library. It looks completely different. So if you know like the New York City Library, the iconic building is this one with the lions out front, but it's more like museum-y type of library. This is like the library where I would come to check out books. It's completely different, completely renovated, brand new. Another thing that makes me kind of sad because I'm just feeling nostalgic visiting all the places I used to go to and nothing is the same. Yeah, like how? Yeah, that's it. But yeah, this is the library that I would go to check out books. Like the approachable library. This library was always so intimidating to me, this building. But this is the library where I got my New York City library card. I remember being so excited when I moved to New York. I'm like, I'm gonna get a New York library card. It's crazy how you can live in New York City for any period of time, any time in history, and your experience of the city might be completely different than someone else who moves like a few years after you did, or even how much changes in a decade is insane. So the Bryant Park Christmas experience is open now, and they even have a little hand washing station. So if you need to wash your hands, stay safe. Last stop on today's tour, Times Square. How could we forget? Right next to Bryant Park. Times Square. Most iconic New York City photo location. I feel like this is a no-brainer because everyone knows. Come to Times Square, take your pictures, take it all in, all the lights, the people. That's where the ball drops on New Year's. And that concludes this episode of iconic New York City photo destinations, most Instagrammable spots. Yeah, if you come to New York, definitely check out all these locations. And I'm really gonna miss New York, but it was nice to see them all one last time. As a New York City resident, next time I'll just be a true tourist. And thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos every time I post.